Are you making these common mistakes while walking your dog? Welcome, fellow dog enthusiasts. Today we're tackling a topic that every dog parent can relate to: the walk. It may seem straightforward, but you'd be surprised how many of us are unknowingly making some missteps. We're going to uncover the 5 most common mistakes people make when taking their furry friends for a stroll. From inconsistent routines to not rewarding good behavior, we've got it all covered. Let's dive in and see if you're guilty of any of these mistakes. The first mistake is not having a consistent routine. Dogs like us are creatures of habit. They thrive on consistency and predictability, and when their routines are inconsistent, it can cause them stress and anxiety. Imagine if you didn't know when your next meal was coming or when you'd be able to go to the bathroom. You'd probably feel pretty anxious, right? Well, that's how your dog feels when their walk times are all over the place. Establishing a consistent walk routine for your dog is crucial. This means walking them at the same times every day, come rain or shine. It's not just about when you walk them, but also how long and how far. Dogs need to know what to expect, and a regular routine helps them feel secure and confident. Now I know what you're thinking. You have a busy life and sometimes things come up that are out of your control. But here's the thing, dogs don't understand the concept of busy. All they know is that they need exercise, mental stimulation, and a chance to relieve themselves. If these needs aren't met consistently, it can lead to behavioral issues, such as excessive barking, chewing, or digging. Inconsistency can also affect your dog's physical health. Regular exercise is vital for maintaining a healthy weight and good overall health. If walks are sporadic, your dog may not be getting the exercise they need, which can lead to obesity and other health problems. So, how do you establish a consistent walk routine? It's simple. Pick 2 or 3 times a day that work for you and stick to them. Make sure these walks are at least 20 minutes long to give your dog a chance to burn off some energy and do their business. Consistency doesn't mean you can't mix things up a bit though. Vary the route or the pace of your walks to keep things interesting for your dog. Just ensure the timing, duration, and frequency remain the same. So remember, consistency is key when it comes to walking your dog. A consistent walk routine will not only keep your dog happy and healthy, but also strengthen the bond between the two of you. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, isn't it? The second mistake is using the wrong type of leash. Now you might be thinking, a leash is a leash, right? Well, not quite. There are various types of leashes out there, each designed with specific uses and advantages in mind. Choosing the wrong one can lead to a less than stellar walk and even potential safety issues. First up, we have the standard leash. This is your typical 6-foot leash made of nylon, leather, or even rope. It's perfect for everyday use and provides a good balance between control and freedom for your dog. This leash is a good all-rounder and works well for general walks in the park and brief outings. Next, we have retractable leashes. These can extend up to 26 feet, which might seem great for giving your pup some freedom to explore. But beware, they can quickly become a hazard, allowing your dog to dash into the street or tangle up with other dogs. These are best left for wide open spaces where your dog can safely roam. Then there's the adjustable leash, essentially a more versatile version of the standard leash. It can be shortened or lengthened as needed, making it great for training purposes or walks in varying environments. Lastly, we have specialized leashes like the slip lead and martingale leash. These are typically used for training or controlling dogs that have a tendency to pull or escape. However, they should be used with caution and ideally under the guidance of a professional, as improper use can cause harm to your dog. So how do you choose the right one? Consider your dog's size, temperament, and the environment you'll be walking in. A small, well-behaved dog might do well with a standard leash, while a larger, more energetic dog might require an adjustable leash for better control. Remember, the leash is not just a tool to control your dog, but a line of communication between you two. The right leash can help you guide, command, and reinforce good behavior. Choosing the right leash can make all the difference for a successful and enjoyable walk. The third mistake is not letting your dog sniff around. Now this might seem like an odd one, but it's crucial for your dog's well-being and overall satisfaction during their walks. You see, sniffing isn't just a random act for dogs, it's a vital part of their exploration and communication. When dogs sniff, they're not just smelling the grass or the flowers. They're getting a complex array of information about their surroundings and other animals that have been there before them. It's like they're reading the daily news of the dog world, catching up on all the latest updates and happenings. Imagine being taken to a library full of your favorite books, but instead of being allowed to read, You're hustled through the aisles at a brisk pace. That's what it's like for your dog when they're not allowed to stop and sniff on their walks. It's like a treasure trove of information that they're not being allowed to access. Moreover, sniffing is also a form of mental stimulation for dogs. Just as we humans use our intellect to solve puzzles or learn new things, dogs use their sense of smell to navigate the world around them. By denying them the chance to sniff, you're not just limiting their exploration, but also their mental development. But it's not just about the mental benefits. Sniffing also provides physical advantages. When your dog stops to sniff, they're also getting a little break. This can be especially beneficial for senior dogs or dogs with physical ailments who might need those small rest periods during walks. And of course, it's a way for your dog to mark their territory, to leave a message for other dogs. It's their way of saying, "I was here," a fundamental part of their social communication. So the next time you take your dog for a walk, don't rush them along when they stop to sniff. Be patient. Let them explore. Let them communicate. Remember, walks are not just about physical exercise but also about mental stimulation and social interaction. Next time you take your dog for a walk, remember to let them sniff around. It's their way of understanding the world. The fourth mistake is pulling on the leash. Now, this is something many of us do without even realizing it. We pull on the leash when our dogs don't listen or when they're too excited. It's an easy mistake to make, but it's one that can cause significant harm to your furry friend. Pulling on the leash can cause physical harm to your dog. Imagine wearing a collar around your neck and suddenly being yanked in a different direction. It's not only uncomfortable, but potentially harmful too. Dogs, especially smaller breeds or puppies, can suffer from neck injuries, tracheal damage, and even spinal issues because of this. But it's not just about physical harm. Pulling on the leash can also cause emotional stress to your dog. Dogs are sensitive creatures, and they can easily pick up on our stress and frustration. When you pull on the leash, your dog may feel confused or scared, leading to anxiety and fear-based behaviors. So what's the alternative? How do we guide our dogs during walks without resorting to pulling? Firstly, it's about communication and understanding. Your dog isn't pulling on the leash to annoy you. They're excited, curious, or maybe even a bit nervous. Try to see the world from their perspective. Next, use positive reinforcement. If your dog is pulling, stop walking. Stand still until your dog calms down and the leash slackens. Once they've calmed down, start walking again. This helps them understand that pulling doesn't get them anywhere, but calm behavior does. You can also use verbal cues and treats. Teach your dog commands like heel or slow and reward them with treats when they obey. This not only makes the walk more enjoyable for both of you, but it also strengthens your bond and improves your dog's obedience. Remember, patience is key. Training takes time, and there will be days when it feels like you're not making any progress. But stick with it. Your dog will appreciate your patience and kindness. Avoid pulling on the leash and instead, guide your dog gently. The final mistake is not rewarding your dog's good behavior during walks. Positive reinforcement is crucial in shaping your dog's behavior. It's not just about correcting what's wrong, but more importantly, celebrating what's right. When your dog is well behaved during a walk, maybe they've walked by your side without pulling or have calmly passed another dog without fussing, these are the moments to reward. A simple pat on the head, a cheerful "good job," or their favorite treat can go a long way in reinforcing this good behavior. Remember, dogs like us are eager to please. They thrive on approval and affection. So, when they do something right, don't hold back on the praise. This will encourage them to repeat these actions and make these positive behaviors a habit. In the end, it's all about creating an environment where your dog feels loved and appreciated. Rewarding good behavior makes walks more enjoyable and productive for both you and your dog. So, those were the 5 common mistakes people make while walking their dog. From inconsistent routines, using the wrong leash, not allowing your dog to explore their surroundings, to pulling on the leash and failing to reward good behavior. Each of these can hinder the relationship between you and your furry friend. By rectifying these errors, you can enhance your walks together. Remember, walking your dog is more than just exercise, it's an opportunity for bonding and communication. So make it count.